Hi, community. How are you doing? This is Spirit Guide and the community animals. Um, I don't know if you just heard them. They both had to make themselves known that quickly. Let me just adjust this. There you go. Okay. So basically, I just did two readings in a row for YouTube. And I just see nothing but blessings. They are just coming out, coming out, coming out. I am excited, excited, excited. Boy, I wish that was my reading. That last one, I was like, "Ooh, I want that." I mean, I am a part of the community, but I cannot read myself. I cannot do it. I have tried. Trust me, I've tried. It's like a block comes up when I try to read myself. A block comes up, and I think that's divine protection. To be honest with you, I don't know a reader that can read themselves. I don't know of them. Not saying, I don't know if they exist. I don't know of them. So, we never know. But yeah, so it's like a block comes up or I can't read I can't read my daughter, even though I did. Like back in when was that? Back in 2021, I was able to read her for like a week straight. I don't know if there was some kind of something with the universe, but I was able to do it. And my daughter was not happy about that because I got right in all her business. Uh she was not happy. And then it's like it went away. I could not tap into her energy. My daughter also has gifts. She's had them since she was born. She's always had an intuition that's extremely strong. And I know that her grandmother on her father's side, she was Native American. I met her, I remember her. And she actually told me that I was pregnant with my daughter, which was amazing. Um, yeah, she told everybody. Um, I forget what they were saying to me. It was just like, fun, just fun times or whatever. And then she was just like, okay, watch what you say because she's carrying my grandchild. And we were like, what? So whoa, and that came true. So yeah, yeah, but I loved her. I loved her. She's no longer here. She lived to like 102. But she was that lady was a force to be reckoned with, and every time, and she was so gorgeous, but she had these beautiful gray eyes. She was Native American. She was 100% Native American. I forget her tribe. She's from the West Indies, so I don't know the tribe. You know, wasn't my grandmother, but yeah. So I know she was Native American. She had like these teeth of some animal. She had, and that was something in a tribe. I'd watched this on TV after she had passed, but there was a certain tribe that had that. They had these like teeth of an animal, and the oldest child would get it, and they would keep it under their bed wrapped up and stuff like that. So she had that, and she also had she had other things, but my daughter knows more of what her native heritage is. um and she shared those only with her grandchildren. Like she didn't even share it, like, of course, I mean, her daughter she shared it with, but her grandchildren, she really held them very, very close. So actually her great grandchildren, I'm sorry, because her dad would be the grandchild. Yeah, her great grandchild. So she was very close to them. And she when my daughter was like 4 months old and she was watching her for me, I went over there and she was having a full on conversation with my daughter. And she was like, I remember seeing you, and basically meaning in a dream. And she told me that when I was pregnant. She was like, I've seen her already. She's beautiful. She was like, I've seen her and she's very talented. I was like, okay, you know. But the great grandmother knew I had gifts as well. But at that time, I wasn't accepting of my gifts. So I blocked them for a lot of my years growing up. I blocked them because it's kind of freaky, when something happens to you and you don't know how to explain it because you think people are going to think you're crazy, and but yet you can tell what's going to happen to someone. At that time, I could tell the future. I think because the gifts were so pure and just coming to me, but it really frightened me very badly, and I developed a little bit of anxiety from it, because I just didn't understand why I knew so much about people I didn't know, you know. And I do have gifts where, like, one time I was on vacation and I took a picture and I couldn't find the picture for like a year. And I was like, oh, whatever, And then I found it again, and in the picture, an apparition, a ghost, showed herself to me. So, and then when I show other people the picture, they're like, "Wow, you got a ghost in that picture." I was like, "Exactly." So I do have other gifts. I don't know why she showed herself to me. She might have thought she knew me, but I do know I have an old soul as well. So there's a lot going on with me. But now I'm older, more mature, and I'm more embracing of all my gifts. And I'm just, here to pass on messages and to give some divine comfort, right? Because I can't give advice. I'm not divinity, but to give some divine comfort to those who seek it. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for bearing with me with that story time. It turned into a story time. I don't know how that happened. But okay, so what I'm going to do today is just call two card draw. That's what I call it. Where I've shuffled for a while. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull two cards. And I'm going to see intuitively what they are telling us, what lessons we need to learn, what we need to look into as we move into our week. Okay? All right, Divine. Thank you. And you put that story on my heart. So thank you for letting me share it. Okay. Okay, may I have a card, please, for the community? Okay, let's see what these cards are. First one is mystery. Mystery. Okay. It says, I rest in the unknown. We've had that card before. I actually love that card. Really, I do. And generosity. Okay. All right. So with these two cards, the one says, the mystery says, change me, divine beloved, into one who rests peacefully in the unknown until the right and timely actions are shown. I offer the mystery to you alone. Okay. So I also see this as surrender. It's a surrender card. Intuitively, I'm getting from this card that you I don't want to say given up. You've let go of any thoughts of, not control, but thoughts of knowing the next steps, right? In your life. It could be a situation, it could be a person. It could be a person in a specific situation. Um I also see you using this kind of in your household. That's really, it's like in your household, in your environment. It's something you created. So if it's not your household, it could be your friend circle, it could be your, relationship. It's something you created. It's not your job. It's not anything like that. It's something that you created. It's something that attracted to you because of who you are, okay? Um I'm kind of feeling like you're surrendering, you're getting tired of always having to talk up. I heard. You don't want to always talk up. You don't want to always be the one with the decision, the one with the voice, right? You just want to be the one that sits there and says, let's find out, right? I feel like with this card, you are the leader by choice, meaning everybody chooses you to be the leader. And you're drained from it. It's drained you already. You're done. You don't want to do it anymore. I also get you tried several times to surrender or to back up from this position, but you haven't been able to. You haven't been able to because people keep putting you back in that position. I'm hearing. So you tried before to surrender. You tried before to go with the flow. You tried before to be the passenger in this situation that you created, right? But you can't. And I'm hearing you can't be a passenger in something you create. That makes so much sense. You can't be a passenger. You created the friendship circle. You created the family. You created it. So you can't expect the people you invited into this situation, or the person you invited in, your partner or whoever, you can't expect them to want to take the lead because you created it. You understand? So I hear like you got to take responsibility for that. I'm hearing you got to take responsibility for that. But you are at this point, it's been enough time that you are now willing to back up. You're willing to back up now. And it's hard. It's hard because your group, your situation doesn't want you to back up. They don't want you to. Because you are the leader. This was your idea. If it's a family, it's a family that you wanted. You understand? Like the other person wanted a family too. Your partner wanted it too. But you put effort towards it. I don't know if you planned it or if you know, had a discussion with your partner and then you like bought all the kits and you know what I'm saying? Like you wanted this. So everyone around you has always backed up because this is something you did. This is you. But now you're looking to surrender. You're tired. You don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to do it. You want peace. You want less responsibility, I'm hearing. That's funny. It says I hear it like less responsibility, please. Just like that. So, hey, if that's what you want, then you got to practice it, right? You got to practice surrendering. And do it little by little. The energy from this is starting to move over here. Little by little, I'm hearing. You have to practice surrendering. You know, maybe you can start by not offering a suggestion to something, right? So like an example would be, you know, children are in the living room and they're, you know, playing their Xbox or whatever they're doing, and they have tons of snacks in front of them. I mean, like, you know, the gaming snack. I call it the gaming snack tray. It's like tons of things in front of them. And you want to tell them so bad to like put that away and go get some water or go get a Gatorade Zero or something, right? Because it's too much sugar. It's just an example, okay? In that situation, even though your partner is sitting there, you would be the one to say it. Don't even acknowledge that you see it, because what's going to happen, it's then going to make either your partner or the children, someone else is going to have to step up and have their voice heard. You have to practice, okay? I'm also hearing that you have to practice holding your opinion so much, because you're the kind of person, whoever this is for is resonating with, you give your opinion 100% of the time, whether asked for or not. Hold your opinion, because you're practicing to surrender. You're practicing to go and just let life be. That's what you're practicing. So that it may not happen right away. Don't get frustrated if it doesn't happen the first time. Okay, it's not supposed to happen the first time. You might see the kids playing with the Xbox, and once you see the kids playing with the Xbox, maybe you want to tell them, you want to say, okay, a spirit guide said don't say anything, I'm not going to say anything, but it's getting on your nerves, say something. right? That's another part of surrender. Surrender to that you don't want a headache. You know what I'm saying? But practice. Maybe wait 2 minutes to say something. You're the kind of person, you're the kind of energy that would say something 10 seconds after seeing it. Or this energy I'm reading for would walk up to the TV and maybe unplug it or unplug the game, right? And then that's going to frustrate everybody around you because now the kids are upset because now they lost their level and they might have been playing, with the other people, and had headphones on and everything else, they may have had a team play going on and the kids are frustrated. Now they're yelling, they're upset, and everything's going on. And your partner's now upset because now the kids are upset and he or she was just on their phone minding their business. Like, that's the kind of energy I'm getting here of who you are. So see if it resonates with you. The first step to practicing surrendering is maybe walking past the TV and the Xbox, noticing what you notice, and just saying, "Hey, can you pause your game for a minute? Are you on team? Can you message them or speak to them and let them know you'll be back, or do you want to wait till the next round or something like that?" Give some options there, right? That's a surrender, right? Because you're not doing the aggressive action you would have normally done. You are giving options so that therefore they know something you're going to say is important. And that is a surrender that gives everybody some kind of um, responsibility that you don't want it all, right? So that's a part of surrender too. I'm not saying just sit there and ignore it. I mean, some people would, me personally, I would, you know, um, they would still have to eat their dinner, but I would ignore it. But that's not your personality, whoever I'm reading for. So just practice surrender little by little. Just practice it, practice it, practice it. Okay. All right. So that's the first card. It was how many minutes? That was kind of long. Sorry. 17 minutes. Ooh. Okay. Generosity, right? I am abundant love, right? I'm not sure if I showed the cards. I'll show it again. Okay. Um, Generosity here says, "Change me, divine beloved, into one who can easily send blessings to all, even those filled with negativity or fear. May I shower the planet with love, knowing there is an unlimited ocean within me." Generosity, selflessness, right? To be selfless. That's also this. Okay. Um, with the selfless action of giving everybody love around you, um, I feel like you do that, and that's how I think these cards are related. Um, because you're looking to surrender to save some stuff for yourself, some energy for yourself, but here you're giving it away. Okay. In your being generous, what I'm being drawn to say to you is be generous, but don't be accountable. Like, I don't think accountable is the word, but that's what I'm hearing. Don't be like be generous, but don't account for what you're giving, if that makes sense. Like, don't say like, "Oh, I'm helping you because you needed my help. I'm being generous." Like, don't do that. That's accounting for what you're doing. Okay. I'm hearing whoever's hearing this needs to focus on being generous, but being generous in a selfless way. Like, don't advertise that you're generous. All right, don't do that. Whoever this is, and it's not saying it's bad. Whoever this is, to be you want to be loving, you are loving, and you want to be recognized. You want people saying thank you for everything that you're doing, right? Everybody wants that, and you're not getting it. So because you're not getting it, you tell people that you help people for them to then say thank you. um I know this person wants the accreditation, or the what word is that, the I can't think of the word. It starts with an A. You want basically the credit, okay? You want the credit for everything that you're doing. However, sometimes the credit for what you're doing is the person's growth, the person's energy feeling positive. That's the credit. Don't worry that the person doesn't say thank you to you. Don't worry about that. The person may not have been in the space or the energy to say thank you. They might have been so hurt that just you helping kind of helped them breathe a little bit better. And like, think of it when you're swimming and that wave hits you, and if that wave hits you, it hits you hard enough that it knocks you over, and you almost feel like you can't breathe because the water is just rushing over you. Imagine you, whoever this reading is for, you're the helping hand that all they do is just stand you up in the water so that you can catch your breath, and they turn you around so you see the shore is right within a foot behind you. In that situation, that was generous. You gave literally a helping hand. And in that situation, the help you gave, the person's not going to say thank you right away because they're just now catching their breath. If that makes sense. They're just now catching their breath. Okay? So, think of it that way. If people don't say thank you for the things that you do, think of it as they are just now catching their breath. But the thank you, it comes in time. It comes in a favor that's being done for you by someone else that you don't even know. And it could be a huge favor. That is karma, right? That's positive karma. So think of it that way, right? Think of it the way I think of positive karma is like it's like a credit card, right? That's how I think of it. Like, I'm paying now, right? I'm giving now to someone, and I'm going to get the bill later, and the bill it'll come in as a zero. It's already paid before it gets to me. So that's how I think of karma. Once I give, I know it's going to come back tenfold. The tenfold is, not only did I give someone a blessing, whatever, as a credit card situation, I gave it, and whatever I gave, it came back to me before it even got to me, which is tenfold, which means it's totally wiped clean, and I'm the beneficiary of it. My credit score went up, and I feel good about myself. You see what I'm saying? So think of it that way. I mean, that's how I think of things. Think of it that way. So you are going to get your publicity that you're looking for, but try, when you're being generous, try to do it because you already have a good heart, but do it from the space of the credit card theory, right? You're paying out now for a future blessing that's going to come back tenfold. Okay? All right, so those are the two messages on divine and guidance. Okay, we're gonna put a moonology on it just to end it. Okay, and we are at 23 minutes. I do apologize for this long reading, but this is a one card reading. I just put two out there, but in the future, I'll be splitting it where it's just one card, so it'll be about 20-25 minute reading. Okay. And this is simply what I offer also on my personals. Um, this is what I do offer, one card readings, and they're very specific to a person, usually, because that uses a lot of my intuitive and empathic abilities. Okay. All right. So may I please have one card? May I please one card? Look at me. Okay, may I please have a card for the community? You see, I was so focused on the one card when I was talking. May I please have a card for the community? An ending card, an ending energy. There you go, for the community. Love these cards. Oh my goodness. Look at what it says. Open up to change. Right? And both cards were talking about change. One has to surrender, and the other person has to just shift their thoughts of always being um given immediate praise, right? Look at that, beautiful. Open up to change. And it's the same color as my flowers. I'm done. All right. Thank you so much, community. Thank you for being with me for almost a half an hour. Okay. I'm so sorry. I will not make videos this long again. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye bye.